Feels like the crowd is saying, 3 years. All right. Well, that's enough. What we're gonna get from that because we don't want YouTube flagging us. What is it? The rule: no more than 10
Copyright
seconds.
infringement or something.
Right.
But the crowd wants more. Welcome to the Inner Circle podcast, y'all. It is another Wednesday, but not just any Wednesday. It is 3 mother-chucking years since we've launched. Welcome to the show. Let's introduce. There's no introduction needed, but my best girlfriend Melanie, and we have special guest and co-host. He's a friend of the show, Byronique Barbie. What's up?
Hey, y'all know what it is. West Coast in the house.
Yes, West Coast and East Coast. And thank you so much for joining us today on what's 3 years. Like, deadass, it was 3 years ago today in 2020 that we just set it off, kicked it off, and here we are 3 years later. So thank you for joining us. Melanie, how do you feel 3 years later?
Things are better in threes. No, I'm kidding. No, it's been a hell of a lot. It's been a ride. I think
what a ride.
Yeah,
sure.
We've had people come on we never thought we would even have a conversation with outside, like let alone here.
Yeah.
We've met great people. Like, need I say more? Barbie's here with us. Like,
Hey.
Yes.
Well, another 3 years or more.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Exciting. Although I think I'm the only alcoholic here tonight because you're drinking tea.
I'm drinking tea, like y'all.
What is it?
Lemonade.
Crystal
Light lemonade. I'm trying to watch my lemonade. No, I'm kidding.
But so what's going on with you, Barbie? You've been booked and busy.
Wait a minute, real quick. Let me just say, I like that we all got real cute cups. Like
we do. We need to take a selfie after. Like
we do.
Okay.
But how you been? You've been busy. I told you you've been booked and busy. You're like, no. I'm like, girl, you're booked and busy.
But then when I told you that the month of May got really busy because April fucked me up because the devil was after my voice yet again and took my voice, and then I had laryngitis, so I had to go to the ER, and then I had to cancel 2 shows. So April was pretty fucked up. April I only did 1 show, and then this month hit, and it was back to fucking back. I was I am really, I never really say this, but I'm really proud of myself, because I've actually never done this many shows in 1 month. And that's including podcasts too. I have never pushed myself, you know what I mean? And I look up to other comedians because even what I did this month is nothing because there's comedians I know that do this shit every single night, every single day. But yeah, it's for me, this is a big fucking accomplishment because I literally did a show on the 6th. Then I did a show back to back. I had a show on the 10th, 11th, and 12th, back to back every single night. So I've never done nothing like that. And then, I had another show last Wednesday, and then I did the podcast Sunday, and now I'm here with y'all. So yeah, I have never did this much in a month.
She's a booked lady.
Listen, it's manifestation, no matter in what ways it is. And I know you've discussed this before and you posted on your stories. If you're not following her, it's her own little series, stories / podcasting on her. If you're not following her on IG, you must. But I know you posted too that sometimes some of those gigs are free. But the way I look at it for you is it's you know what? It's kind of like manifestation. You're living the life. Right now, it may be that in that sense, right, but you're booking, you're doing. And soon it's going to be paid.
Right.
Paid. Busy. That's what it is about. Claim it. Exactly. So I still think it's booked and busy, and I think that's awesome. I love to see it. Now, you said you was just on a podcast on Sunday, which we tuned in. We definitely watched it. I hit you up, and I'm like, girl, we're gonna talk about this because I have my opinions. But you lived it, you seen it. Talk about that. It was the Whatever podcast, which is a pretty big podcast. Like I have to tip my hats off. I'm no hater here.
Right.
And listen, I have to tip my hat off. A big podcast. How was the experience?
We ain't no haters over here.
Nope.
We congratulate motherfuckers over here. Let me tell you. But I mean, look. First off, the way it came about to even be that I was on that podcast is a little comedy set within itself. So it's the producer, the host of the show. He literally, him and I were on the Facebook dating app and we swiped right on each other. And the first thing he slid in my little inbox with is, hey, I have a dating podcast. Do you want to come on? And my ass is like,
that's the right way to network.
Right. My ass is just like, okay, why not? Sure. So that shit within itself is just crazy. I didn't know if this guy was legit. I didn't know if he was, you know what I mean? Because I don't be like into the YouTubers like that. So I don't be knowing people like that. So when I actually looked him up, and this was a month in the making, like he hit me up with that like a month. We planned it a month out. So when he got closer to the day, I looked him up and I'm like, oh my God, this motherfucker is really legit. Like, you know what I mean? And I still didn't really believe it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna drive all the way down to Santa Barbara. That's a 2-hour drive, and it's gonna be some bullshit. Watch. So but I'm like, okay, just go, whatever. You ain't never been to Santa Barbara, so it's a reason to get out LA. So when I got there, I literally put it on my story. I don't know if y'all saw, but I was just like shocked, like, oh my God, this is legit. Like, he had all the little bad bitches in there because obviously my black ass was the latest one. I was the last to arrive. So everybody was already around the table. Everything was already set up. And I'm like, oh, okay, he live here. Because I'm thinking it was going to be like a little studio, you know, like a filming studio or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, that's actually where he lives. So, but I mean, but it's nice. It's real fucking nice. I was like, oh shit, I ain't never did no shit nice like this. But it was like the vibe when I walked in was very like, like, you know, very tense and stressed. But I'm used to that because like I've done a lot of like film work and shit like that, like background stuff. So I've been on like some big sets. So I know how the white folks be on set. They be fucking stressed and pressed.
So, I think you kind of like broke the tension with your joke when you first started.
When you introduced yourself, yeah.
Well, what's funny is, you know, y'all didn't get to see, but off camera before we started, I came in when they finally walked me over and found a spot for me to sit. I was like, so first off, I just want to know, is it okay if I say nigga? And everybody just started laughing. Like, he started laughing, the whole, his helper, all the girls started laughing. Because I'm like, look, I already know, you know, you got a lot of subscribers. I don't want to fuck up your algorithms or whatever the fuck may be. So I just need to ask because I do say nigga a lot. You know what I mean? Sometimes. So he was like, well, you know, usually we would say no, but you definitely get the pass. I was like, well, yeah, thank you. Like, shit.
If anyone has to pass me. But yeah. So a lot of those girls, because okay, let me just say, I even told Melanie, I'm like, Melanie, I feel like this guy is a little like misogynistic. I feel like
he was giving me Tate vibes.
Yeah, like he brings these girls on to kind of make them feel. And listen, it's not hating. It's not hating or whatever. Again, hats off to the guy. He has a following. I even heard you. He has his plaques. He's getting paid. And listen, we will be that way. When God grants us that.
Amen.
So, and I'm claiming that too. So it's like, I love to see it because it's like, that's awesome. That's how I want to be.
Obtainable. Yeah,
it's exactly.
Obtainable. Yeah.
But I mean, we could still call a spade a spade. Exactly. We could still call a spade a spade. And I just feel like he's a dude that brings these girls on to this show to just make them feel like shit, like a misogynistic dude.
Well,
that's the vibes I got.
I mean, the fact that he reached out to you on a dating app, and like obviously he knows that some women obviously are going on dating apps for obvious reasons. So I don't know. I watched some of it, but his vibe or like his responses and things to me, I was just like, God bless you for being patient and for like speaking thoroughly because I'm not the one or the
yeah.
I would have told him about himself.
Right, when you could tell somebody's not really into, but I mean, he hit me up the next day and apologized because he was like, you know, he was totally thrown off his fucking game, because of all, I mean, it
The
was
technical difficulties.
it was a lot of shit going on, like behind the scenes, and like he
God
couldn't
don't
even
like
keep his
ugly.
composure. He couldn't even keep his composure at certain points, and you could tell he would
tell.
get upset, and he would snap at a bitch. And I'm like, long as you don't snap at me, nigga, then we ain't got no motherfucking problem. I ain't got to flip no table. I ain't got to act like I'm from where I'm from. You feel me? But yeah, but he was snapping at certain bitches, and I'm just like, yeah.
Listen,
Look, you know, I love me some white men. I love me some white chocolate. So I'm used to dealing with them. I'm used to their demeanor. I'm used to their little slick slide ass comments and remarks, honey. They will say some shit to you and make you feel this motherfucking small. So you gotta stay ready when you dealing with them and always have your motherfucking comebacks. You feel me? Because they will have you feeling this small. But I feel like he's smart as fuck, because I feel like the only reason he got that many followers and subscribers is because he brings all them bad bitches on, like, you know, bitches with with that fucking facade. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting at the table looking like, oh well, damn, bitch. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, it was giving me It was giving me like a skit from Quinta Bronson.
What is that, girl?
Do you know who's Quinta? You don't know who's Quinta Bronson from Abbott Elementary? She's like,
okay. She's the star.
Writer.
She's the star.
Yeah,
of the
she's
show?
the star.
Okay.
But like, she used to do back in her days when she was on the come up. She was doing skits, and like it was skits like that where she was in like awkward situations,
right?
But it was funny. I thought it was funny because you stuck out so much, but like in a good way.
And
obviously I was gonna stick out because shit, I really had forgot I wasn't the only black bitch on there. I don't know if y'all noticed, but it was 2 other black bitches, but they wasn't full black. I highly doubt they were full nigga mixed with more nigga. I was the only nigga mixed with more nigga, but it was 2 other black women on there. But I couldn't even tell, like, you know what I mean? Because they kind of like blended, you know what I mean? So
they blended in.
Like,
they were cookie cutter.
Yeah. So I'm just like, damn. Well, somebody got to fucking try to keep it real in this bitch.
But go ahead.
Yeah, but I was kind of, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, when I walked in, I ain't gonna say I was intimidated, but a little bit I was, because I'm like, oh my God, bitch, you finna be sitting around the table with bitches that got 4 point something subscribers and followers, and bitches that are, you feel me, bitches that are only fans, bitch. You sitting next to, I ain't never met an OnlyFans bitch in my motherfucking life, like, that's making fucking $70K a month. Did y'all see my face when that bitch said that? I said, well, I be motherfucker at 21 motherfucking years old. Bitch, who you think you is? Kylie Jenner? Bitch, what the fuck? I wish I would.
That's the thing. If they on OnlyFans, not to be disrespectful and assume that everyone is the same, and I'm not judging those girls, but they could have a big following on OnlyFans or on Instagram. It's because of their pictures. Personality-wise, it came through when they had to speak and they had to voice their opinions.
And you know what? That's why he bring them on there, because I feel like it is to kind of expose them and make them and reveal that these girls that do this are stupid. You get what I'm saying? But it's like that. I mean, that's fucked up. But it'd be funny when some of them bitches fool him and fucking make, like that one bitch that was, she the only one wore like shades, like glasses. She was black mixed with something in black, but she's intelligent. She speaks very, very well. And she used to be a fucking porn star, and she does OnlyFans now. And she's very intelligent, but I also think that bitch is much older, because the thing is, you know, with your age, baby, you knowledge up, you level up. You get what I'm saying? All them bitches was mainly 21. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and that don't even intimidate me. That don't even intimidate me, because I know how dumb I was when I was that young. Shit, I still make mistakes at 33 and be doing some dumb shit sometime with these niggas. But it's like, when you're that young, dude, can't nobody tell you shit. You think you up here. You think you the baddest bitch. You think you everything. And so for them bitches to not only have a body and be, you feel me, making that kind of money that young, you really can't tell them shit. Yeah. So I already was kind of like, you know, I'm coming in a room full of 10 bitches that you could tell are all fucking opinionated. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck is gonna happen? You get what I'm saying? But
would you go back?
think I would because it was so much bullshit going on. Plus, I want to see the city because I got out there like just in time to get to the show, and I didn't get to explore. I'm so pissed off my ass, always running late. But so I definitely got to go back to Santa Barbara because it looked, and it was an ugly day anyway, so I couldn't even have enjoyed it because the stupid ass, the weather, this fuckboy weather. But yeah, it was very like enlightening for me to hear them out and, you know, listen to them and their stories and you feel me and their take on things. And I love the fact that he had not just OnlyFans bitches. He had OnlyFans bitches. He had Christian bitches. He had virgin bitches on the show. He had, you know, somebody from almost like every walk of life.
Sprinkle.
Yeah.
Right. So that episode, I feel like it had a lot of different takes because he had not just porn stars, not just because a lot of his episodes, if you go watch, he has just the whole panel is OnlyFans bitches or only, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you need different perspectives from women of all ages, all races, and all, you know, career levels or whatever. So
it's true.
Yeah.
But listen, we're celebrating today. But you know, we also we have to take the moment to give, you know, our condolences and a rest in peace and rest in power to a legend, an icon. And it's so sad. The queen. I mean, it's sad because here we are. We are now at that age that we are now going to start seeing so many of our favorites and our parents, great parents' favorites passing, unfortunately. And it happened today with the legendary, incomparable Tina Turner. Our hearts and condolences to the queen of rock and roll. Really quick, you know, I don't want it to be a sad moment, but real quick, Melanie, were you a Tina fan? Favorite song? What?
I really liked Tina Turner growing up. My mom used to play a lot of her music. I like that song, Private Dancer. I posted it because that's a song I like to sing in karaoke. But she paved the way for people of color to step out of the typical genre. There wasn't a lot. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, when you think about rock and roll, you think of him being black and being like a virtuoso on the guitar. But Tina Turner paved the way for females. Like after her, Shaka Khan. And I always loved how like she was very international. Because I don't know if you noticed, but like she like gave up her citizenship in the US to move to Switzerland. Yeah, she was very worldly, and I like that. Like her, Shaka Khan, and Diana Ross are like my holy trinity of black women.
What about you? What was the impact of Tina Turner, if any, in your life?
I was telling Melanie, look, honey, my grandmother loved her some Tina. My granny, that's the only person she ever told me she went to see in concert with all her gay homies. I was like, Granny, I can't even believe you. She was like, yes, I love me some Tina Turner. I feel like me and Tina have a lot in common, especially like, you know, with the whole Ike situation and her like, you know, dealing with a black man and kind of being like, used up so bad by the black man that you just want white men from now on. You feel me? Miss Tina moved over there, got her a white man, honey, and she been living her best fucking life. And I am so with her on that. So with her. I'm like, yes, baby, you deserve it. Live your life with that white chocolate man. Let him treat you like the queen you are, baby. Like I respect her, everything she did, paving the way. I respect that we both have like, you feel me, deeper octave voices, I should say, like, you feel me? And you know, it's okay for every woman not to sound the same or have a high ass pitch. And look what she did with that goddamn voice. People were saying she sounded like a man and you got her singing like a man. No, like it's okay to be different. It's great to be fucking different. You know what I mean? And stand out. So
one thing about her, physically, she was known for her legs. She had a beautiful body. Yeah, and like she didn't dress in a provocative way. It was always very like classy, sexy and classy
at the same damn time. Yes, Miss Tina. Oh, this one hurt.
Yeah, definitely. Well, in honor of us celebrating 3 years, we've been asking you guys for several weeks to send questions, advice, whatever it may be. So we definitely going to be asking those questions, and we switched it up because we're going to have our girl, a special guest, friend of the show, Byronique Barbie asking us the questions. All right,
Come on, Wendy Williams.
Let's start off with some.
Let me get my Wendy Williams on.
Yeah, let's start off with a few questions. Let's do a few right now. Let's kick it off and see some of these questions. A lot of them were sent through either Instagram. We also did our anonymous ask me because people be afraid. No, I mean,
because I'm looking at some of these questions. Some of these questions, they a little out of pocket.
Yeah, people be afraid. One of them. One of them particularly towards me.
Yeah,
that had to do with my nuggets.
I'm looking at.
But listen, I'm an open. I'll take it. So let's kick it off.
Can I just kick it off with that? I think the people gonna want to know what it is now.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says, Charlie, you come off as fake with your nugget. Inspiration post. What do you say to that?
Okay. Someone sent that through the anonymous thing, and I found. Listen, hey, it is what it is. We still welcome the questions. What do I say to that? I mean, I'm me. I am me, and I do things not for the clout chasing, not because woke or being spiritual is a thing. I know me. I know me more than anyone else. I know where my heart has always been. I've always been a spiritual person. I've always been someone who believes in God, the creator. And I'm just, as I'm growing, now I'm coming into myself, feeling a little more comfortable. I'm putting myself out there, and I just share positive quotes. Listen, I'm not perfect, but I think by doing that, like, it helps me keep myself on track. And if it helps 1-2 people, which it does, because what keeps me going, it's the people that DM me like, I needed this today, or that hit today, etc. And I've always said, it goes back to when I was 12, 13. I've always said, back when I wanted to be a producer or a music artist, I don't care if I sell 1 CD, as long as I touch that one person, that's all that matters. So in this sense, it's the same thing with the nuggets. I don't care who buys into it, who thinks it's corny or thinks I'm coming off fake. As long as I'm helping someone out there, that's all that matters. So if people think it's fake, it's not fake. It's me. I'm a positive person, period. So yeah. But thanks for the question.
Hey, man. When they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, look, this is a good fitting one. Okay, how does it feel that it's already 3 years? So that's for both of you. And then how have your thoughts changed since year 1?
Do you want me to answer first? Yeah. Okay, so I came on a little late in the game, and from being an from outside looking in, I realized like there's things that you have to curtail that you say. You can give your opinion, but you always have to say it in a way where it's not going to hurt people's feelings or make people feel like you're talking about them. Also, at the end of the day, a podcast is it's that you're basically putting out your opinions, your expressions, and your feelings towards something. And not everyone's going to agree with you. So just don't take it too personal when someone has like a different opinion about it. And then there are people, and then I realized too, with time, there are people as you grow that may not like you. This goes back to that question that you just answered. They may not like you, but they're still watching you or still trying to reach out to you. It's kind of
that part.
That big part. To answer the question, what the difference from year 3? It's been 3 years,
right?
All right. So that to
like, what are
question,
your thoughts? Your like how have your views changed too? You think like from then to now?
So before, honestly, and Melanie knows this because it goes way back before we even launched it as like the way we did with the original host. You know, Melanie knows it's something I've been wanting to do. I even had an idea way before it launched as this conception of the Inner Circle podcast. From year 1, I felt and I thought I needed people to do it. And I think maybe it started off that way, like an ensemble, like a group, because it's like when you're around people, it's like a group. When you're a group, it's like it's not just me. It's not all eyes on me as a group. So it's like I could do it. And then everyone had their own little things they did. From then now I feel like I could do it alone. I don't. Yeah. Like no, seriously.
Because I work for the vengeance.
So from the difference between year 1 to now is like I could do this shit, and I don't. It's not that I don't need them, but again, like back then, Melanie knows. Like I didn't control the tech stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I didn't control that and stuff in certain aspects. When now I feel like I don't need nobody. I could do it.
It's evolved you and it's built you up.
Exactly. And I think, listen, it's changed even in sucky ways. Original Inner Circle followers will know what I'm talking about. But everything happens for a reason, and I had to self-teach myself things, learn things quick. So there.
Amen. So, I love it. And then, okay, so how do you keep? Wait, what is it? Well, how do you keep the momentum going as BFF and co-host?
Well, that's a question that was set real quick. That was a question that was set a few episodes ago when Melanie wasn't around, and it was Ask the Circle. And I said, we'll keep also this question for when Melanie's around. So I had to like put it in so she could answer that. So you could go ahead.
Charlie and I have been best friends for over a decade, and I think we know each other in and out, like no pun intended. But we have opposing views sometimes in certain subjects, but at the end of the day, we always find common ground. And he knows what limits to push, what limits not to push, and vice versa. And one thing about us is that, like, as we've gotten older, we have established boundaries, whether it's as friends, as best friends, as co-hosts, whatever. At the end of the day, like, I don't find it to be a hard task to have something like this, a podcast or a platform with my best friend, because we always find common ground in certain aspects. And if there's a problem, we know how to resolve it.
Exactly. We always talk about, we talk about it behind the scenes. We talk about, okay, what do you feel comfortable? She's like, no, I don't want, like, don't use that question. Even if it's someone said an out-of-pocket question and I tell her, she's like, don't use that. So we have and understand, we talk, we communicate out of the show. You know what I mean? So it's things like that, that if something she's not comfortable with or something that I'm not comfortable, we have that communication. So
and that's a beautiful thing, because you guys can agree to disagree. If you don't agree on everything, you can agree this, because I can't stand people that if you don't agree with their opinion, then you just out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's their way or the highway. That's not cool. That's how you keep your bond tight. You feel me? That's a beautiful thing. Okay. If so, this is for Charlie, I'm assuming. If you could hook Melanie up with a famous celebrity, who would it be? Okay. And then it's saying, Mel, you answer the same thing for Charlie. So I like that. That's fun.
I didn't give it this much thought.
That's gonna be hard because I don't got a type.
Exactly. I didn't give this much thought, to be honest. But I guess because you watch wrestling and you posted him and stuff. What is it? Roman Reigns?
Yes, that's my sexy daddy cutie.
Yeah.
That's my buff daddy. I could do without the hair, but whatever. I think have I ever dated?
You could hold on to that hair when he's, going
right.
Okay, for you, Charlie, I mean, it's the fucking obvious. I want Andy Charlie Cohen to hook up with Andy Cohen. That is like my dream realized, personified. Bitch, I want to be the babysitter.
This is why my boyfriend
and y'all had already met him. Oh my God.
We met him many times. I've met Andy Cohen way back in like 2010.
You know what? And I'm going to expose your ass right now, Charlie. Charlie had the opportunity to get with Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen opened the fucking door and kind of basically told him, like, I'm feeling you. But I wanted to be demure. And that's fine. I hope Remy's not watching. But
he is.
Love you.
Yes, it's true. Andy Cohen did.
Is he married?
Rap to me. No, he's
not married, but because Charlie's in a relationship and also Charlie is shy. Right. But I think in a relationship, you should have your pass, like your celebrity pass. Like a person that you will get with, and your
That
boyfriend
part.
or girlfriend won't care.
Like I think my boyfriend would, his past I think would be Osuna. He loves Osuna. He thinks he's so beautiful.
Really?
So I will give him that pass. I will give my boyfriend that pass. I
Totally
want to watch.
Beckman.
I want to watch. Next question.
Next, please, ASAP.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. What has been the most difficult part of doing a podcast? Most difficult part.
Melanie.
For me, the technical difficulties, the sometimes things coming up where like we can't do it, like the flaking of guests. Sometimes it doesn't happen that often. I will say, thank God. It's only happened like a couple of times, but they've actually pulled through and pulled up and showed up. But I would say the technical difficulties, I don't think that's the hardest part. What do you think?
Honestly, the hardest part for me, the hardest part for me is, I would say, getting used to, and I think we had a similar conversation of when you put your life on display on social media, how you set yourself up to be basically judged, hated on, etc. As you ladies will know.
Oh yes.
So I think that's the hardest part. Like I think that has been the hardest part for me is like, damn, like it makes me think even more. Like I even go deeper about the celebrity life. You know, we all want to be famous. We all want to have, you know, like you want to be a great comedian. I want to be a great host and entertainer out there. But to what cost? You know what I mean? We see these big celebrities like the Britneys and the just any celebrity, that Princess Diana, where it's like they had this fame, but then they're being chased, and it's this and that. So, you know, I think of that. I'm like, all right, this is my passion, but do I want to be that big? Where then I'm like ridiculed left and right. If I say this, I'm canceled. If I say that, I have to watch what I say. People are gonna tell me I have to watch what I say because I'm at this stature. So that's been the hardest part for me, like all navigating through all that.
Yeah, that is big.
Just to piggyback off of that, I've said this many times. I'm going to make a t-shirt, but I am a private citizen. Just because you are a guest on the show.
Merch. You should make that shirt and make it a merch.
Just because you're a guest on the show doesn't necessarily mean like, oh my God, we're friends. I'm very selective with who I like am cool with, like who I establish a connection with. You could be a guest and we can hit it off. That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't feel an obligation that I have to show you love. Everyone has their own way of supporting. There's no reason why, oh, she came on, or he came on, I have to basically show them the same like regard. I don't see Andy Cohen doing that with his guests. That doesn't make sense. Also, don't feel bad if we don't connect on social media. My social media is private because I only have people that I follow that I know. And likewise, I don't just have people that like just because we spoke on, I interviewed you during a podcast, and like it sounds hard, like rude and fucked up, but at the end of the day, it takes me a while. Also, given many circumstances that have happened, I'm not quick to just be calling someone a friend,
right?
And they show their ass, and then who looks stupid? I look like Boo Boo the Fool.
That is true.
Well, we're gonna continue the questions, but first, let's have a game. I have a game for both you ladies. So I want you and Melanie to be on the spot. And this is a fun game that I came up with the other day. Which bro? In this game, I am going to show you celebrity brothers, and you ladies are going to take your pick on which bro y'all will want.
I love me a brother.
Oh, I do. Oh,
I love a set of brothers. Just kidding. I plead the fifth.
All right, which bro? Y'all ready, ladies?
Yes, indeed.
Let's kick it off. Which bro? Liam. Wait, no, wrong one. James Franco or Dave Franco?
None, because James Franco is a freak.
I like freaks.
Oh, he is, huh?
No, he's a bad freak. He got canceled.
In a bad way, girl. Oh, no.
He did sexual inappropriateness. He made Selena Gomez talked about it. He like came onto her during that movie Spring Breakers.
Spring Breakers. Mm.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
a
even
freak.
know they was brothers, but I thought they kind of looked similar when I saw this younger dude. I was like, he looked like he could be related to James Franco, but I didn't know. But I'm gonna go with James Franco because I go way back with James, like to the original OG Spider-Man that I loved with Tobey Maguire. Like
I've always found him cute.
Yeah,
he's
I think
cute. Don't get me wrong, but he's not my type. And then Pineapple Express, stoner shit. Goodbye.
Oh, I like that movie actually.
Me too.
I
I
did
like
it.
that. I like. Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
Next, which bro? Marlon or
Ooh.
Sean
Oh,
Wayne?
Marlon.
Quick story.
Marlon.
Quick story. I met them in
Always.
Boston one time coming out of the club.
Oh, really?
And I have a picture with one of them. One of them was one of them. I forgot which one. I will have to dig into my Facebook. But I took a picture. I think with Sean.
Ooh,
And Marlon was so
love
drunk
Sean.
he crawled into the SUV. Like he just crawled, like he didn't want to take a
Marlon.
picture. But Sean stopped. But anyway, I believe it was Sean that took a picture.
You know what? I like both because
I always like
I
Sean,
love a
though.
fun. I've always loved Sean Wayans. I think he's hilarious and like he got swag. But Marlon is hilarious. A guy that can make me laugh like that.
Yes, honey. Marlon.
And with age, Marlon looks good.
He looks better. Yeah, he looks good.
He looks good. He looks good with age. But back in the day with the Wayne Bros show and stuff.
Yeah, he was a little rough. But I saw Sean. Sean walked right by me when I used to work in the airport in LAX. Sean walked by me. He was with some chick, and I guess they was going on vacation, but he was dressed. He was looking a mess, and he was very rude. Like when I saw him that day, he was being very rude. Yeah, Sean was being very rude to like the TSA
Maybe
people.
having their days. I mean,
yeah, so
human, but
I feel like
I'm
he
not
didn't want to be
surprised.
seen either. Like he didn't. I knew not to like say nothing to him or nothing. He gave that look like through his sunglasses, like bitch, don't say nothing. I was like,
next, Ben Affleck or Casey Affleck? Which bro?
Why?
Are they
why
brothers?
can they both? Yeah, the
they're
Casey
brothers.
Affleck. I like Casey Affleck. I think he's an underrated actor. Ben with that nasty ass tattoo
What
in the
do
back,
he-
I could not.
But did you
What
see that
do you
movie,
mean?
that Gone Girl movie? Ooh,
yeah,
you seen it?
Yeah,
I saw it
yeah.
and I saw. Yeah, I saw his dick.
J-Lo-
It's not that
J-Lo-
big. It's not that big. It's
Listen,
not that big.
But
And I'm
Jennifer
pretty
Lopez-
sure it was a prosthetic.
No. Jennifer Lopez is one, a Puerto Rican Latina woman. She's a Leo as well, so she loves the sex and she's fiery. There's no way Ben
Not
Affleck
every Leo
is
likes
just-
sex.
But you know what though? It ain't the older you get, you realize it ain't about the size, it's about what that motherfucker could do with it.
That's true.
I'm
What's
telling you.
Clap to that.
Because I don't need no big dick.
Someone said that Ben Affleck is a good one of his exes recently said that he was a good lover. I'm trying to remember who it was.
I believe
I'm gonna go with Ben. He's probably passionate. He's probably passionate.
Leos are passionate and again,
Girl,
Melanie,
you
I
need
know
to
what you're gonna
stop.
say. No. I'm not. No, I know you had your bad experience with that. With can I say with a Leo? But I've had many good experiences with
remember.
Leos.
There
So
was no
I know.
experience. That's the problem. Okay, next person. Next
person.
Next set of
Thank
brothers.
you. Next, Prince William or Prince Harry?
Oh, Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, because he is 10 toes down loyal. Prince William.
Yeah, he's so much finer than his brother. That's crazy.
Prince William back in the day, no lie, back in the day, like 1998 in the late 90s, William was still a hottie when he had his hair.
I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
He was Google with Prince William.
Did he have a beard? Because if he had a beard,
he was younger looking.
Yes, I remember.
Remember Britney Spears even had a
hair.
little crush, and he had hair. And Britney Spears even had a little crush on him, and they would say that they.
No,
was
I've always liked
things.
Harry. He looked like he could.
No, but Harry was ugly growing up, and look at that. Look what happened.
He looked like a little red devil, huh?
Yes, he was ugly.
Yeah.
Google them when they were younger.
Not a red devil.
But it switched. It switched. Definitely Harry.
Okay.
But next. Mark Wahlberg or Donnie Wahlberg?
Oh, Mark. I like Mark. I've always liked Mark. Except
Got
on the
the
movie
body,
Fear. He scared the shit out of me.
Donnie is like a husband. Like, isn't he?
Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny
I can
McCarthy.
see that.
You know who hooked him up? Andy Cohen.
And Andy Cohen always says he wouldn't mind a threesome with them too.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
But I would do. I don't know. I would do Mark because I want a lifetime supply of Wahlburgers.
They both own
I'm
it.
fucking done.
They
Yeah, they
both
both
own
own
it.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they went
well.
into business together.
Menage a trois. Just kidding.
What about you, Byron?
Oh my God. It would be Mark. It would be Mark for sure. Yeah.
And last but not least, Charlie Murphy or Eddie Murphy?
Her face.
Is this a
Oh,
joke?
fuck.
Her face, right?
Oh,
They're
fuck.
brothers.
Charlie
I
did
had
First
that
of
just
all,
to see her face. Charlie
didn't he
did that
die?
shit just to see her face.
Charlie Murphy died.
Did he? Oh,
Yes,
he
he died
did.
of colon cancer. And Eddie Murphy,
no
no,
disrespect,
he don't pay
but-
child support.
Eddie Murphy don't pay his child support.
he has
What?
like 10 kids.
He
Have
got
you
like
with Scary
14.
Spice?
He got
14 kids. He has a
kids.
daughter named Phoenix with
Scary Spice from the Spice
Scary
Girls.
Spice, Melanie Brown, and
And she
he
has
don't
to take
pay
them to
child
court for
support.
some money, honey. Mhm.
Eddie fucking Murphy.
Mhm.
I'ma just, if I had to pick,
He ain't
it
no
would
Nick
have to
Cannon.
be- it would be Eddie, because Eddie is, to me, is just, besides his personal life, he's a fucking comical genius to me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
If
we
I would have to
exhausted
pick,
him.
I would be celibate.
All right, that was fun. That was fun. Hopefully, you enjoyed that little game. Let's.
Oh, God.
But Barbie, let's get
Some more questions?
Let's get some more questions.
Okay, I like this one. If all your exes got together, what would they all agree on about you?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first. If all my exes got together, I think that they would agree that I am actually a very supportive girlfriend, in the sense where, like, I upgrade their asses, or like kind of push them to do better.
Mm-hmm.
And they will all agree that I was too good for all of them.
I think that's more your personal opinion.
No, because I ain't gonna lie. I've gotten, when you break up and you guys go your separate ways and y'all don't speak, and then years or months later they reach out to you and they want to tell you how sorry they are for everything that's gone on. It never fucking fails. Always, every dude that I've dated, and mind you, I'm like Mariah Carey, honey. I haven't been with a lot of men, but the guys that I have dated, they've all come back and said the same thing. I'm sorry.
Wait, even the one that I gave kudos to the other day for being honest.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Well, on our last conversation, when I broke up with him, he said I'm too good for him. Actually, no, I'm confusing him. That one I've never spoke to ever again. That's a textbook narcissist. Him and another one. But other than that, out of like 5, like the 3 of them have said it. It's true.
If all my exes got together, I don't know, that I love too hard, and maybe that I'm a little crazy.
just a little, muy poquito.
Un poquito loquito, porque tú sabes. Pasión, tengo mucha pasión. I'm passionate, baby.
I love it.
Next question.
Okay, this one kind of spins off of that a little bit. How do you break up with someone?
Oh, child. I would want to be given the same respect that I give. I would never break up with someone through a text message.
Mm-hmm.
I would never break up with someone like ghost. That's a lie. I have ghosted, but not a boyfriend.
Right.
Just have the conversation and like move on. I'm not Tom Sandoval. I'm not gonna move on to the next person and not break up with my significant other. And that's a reference to Vanderpump Rules. Tonight is my Super Bowl, the Vanderpump Rules reunion in Bravo. Next.
With me, I don't know. How do you break up? Honestly,
Charlie, I will say this about Charlie. We're about to get real right now. Have a sip, Charlie, because I'm about to tell the people about you. Charlie is not good at breaking up. Charlie fights tooth and nail, will go to the depths of hell and try to make it work until you can't be fixed anymore. And he doesn't wait to be broken up with, but he tries and tries and tries, even if it's not worth trying anymore. And that's something that I've always told him that he needs to kind of not fix, but maybe look into, because if you are fighting, he fights to a fault. Like,
yeah, and then in the
Okay.
and then into the past, like with some of the past exes, not all of them, but some of them, it was like Melody said, trying till it got
it led to certain
to certain
circumstances
circumstances that were not that great. That I
that
saw
made it.
that was the universe, and that
Right.
was God basically saying, "This is not the person." And it took something. I don't like to be dramatic and use the word catastrophic, but I can think of two situations with two exes, and you know which two, where it did get that deep and catastrophic, where it's like, okay,
Now you gotta let go. Then you, in
yeah.
order for you to break it
I
off.
mean, yeah.
I
Let's be
mean,
real. With
don't
one
listen
of
to
them,
Melanie. Just wait for some shit to
with
pop
one
off.
with one of them, a restraining order was put from the city against them.
Okay,
So
then the
I
point
couldn't
is-
see them, and they couldn't see me. So you know, things happen. Yeah, exactly. We're being real. Let's get real. We're getting real.
Yes.
No
Keep it
names,
100,
but
baby.
I will say, to close this off,
You know
one
which
thing that my father always told me in life: never fight for men and never fight for jobs. If it comes to you, it comes to you because you're deserving of it. But don't be fighting for no men out here. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Kiss them
Amen.
goodbye. They're a fart in the wind.
Preach. So, okay, what's one thing that you each really love about yourself? Just give us one. Just give us your top notch shit that you love about. You be like, damn, I would fuck myself. No.
It has to be physical. Like
well,
a
no,
physical?
it ain't got to be physical. That's just my superficial ass. But no, it could anything. Because the question ain't
They
specific.
stumped my ass because I'm a very.
What do you?
I'm a modest
what
person.
do you love about yourself?
I love my.
You see, I be writing these questions, but I don't really sit there and think about. I should start thinking about this. Getting them and writing them.
Wendy just got deep.
Right.
Something that I like, that I love about myself is
love. Yes.
Something that I do love about myself is that I am very intuitive, and I follow my intuition when it comes to things, but also like when there's a situation, there's a bad situation. I just had a bad situation a couple of days ago where I was crying, but then I thought about the silver lining. I always find the silver lining in things, even in the worst situations. So I want to say that is my what is that word? Jesus. It's not my perspective, but like I'm very optimistic in a sense. I used to be very pessimistic, but shout out to therapy. Shout out to my therapist. I've switched that around. Yeah.
That's great.
That's a good question for Melody. I don't know what to say. What I love about myself: optimism, my positive outlook on things.
You'll have an answer next year.
Yeah, my positive outlooks on different scenarios, where there's other people that bring up like what's going on in their life, and the way I could like kind of give them a positive spin of like, listen, like, yeah, I guess my advice, my positive spin on scenarios, I guess. That's all
the question should have been for us, for each other. Like, what is something I love about you, and what's something?
Well, why don't y'all do that right quick? Just one thing.
Well, just to go off of that, I do love how positive Charlie is, because I could be upset about something, and Charlie will actually bring me down to earth, and actually he likes to play devil's advocate. And sometimes a lot of times, 99% of the time, when I am wrong, he will let me know. He's not gonna be gang and look crazy and know that I'm wrong, and still and feel and know that I'm wrong and talk about it, but then in my face say like, yeah, you're right. I don't like that.
Yeah, you got to be real. You got to be with somebody that's going to keep it real with you, no matter how it might hurt your feelings. Because a lot of people out here are scared to hurt their friend feelings. You get what I'm saying? It's like, look, bitch, hurt my
feelings on purpose, but it's just being real because
like,
you love that person.
Exactly, shit. And then what about Charlie?
Her loyalty.
Okay.
Loyalty.
I'm loyal to a fault sometimes.
Loyalty.
Okay,
I'm a loyal bitch.
This is a funny one. The worst guest y'all have ever had. Go. I'm fucking done.
Someone
sent
is.
these? Who the fuck sent these?
But a lot of them was through anonymous. The anonymous thing.
You know, I'm trying to think. I do have one. Can I say it? The only thing I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna name names because I'm pretty sure no one even saw this episode. But it was an episode with a specific. Well, you've had this person on multiple times, and I never understood why. But the one time I was on, I was just like, what does it bring? It's not bringing anything.
Right. What is it giving?
Right.
Old
and my thing,
no.
No, it was an old guest. It was a guest that came on. The first time this guest came on, yeah, I was not part of the show. I was behind the scenes and I was gagging behind the scenes. And then the second time that this guest came on, I was on. And you ever seen the part where they're in an award show and the Migos and Joe Budden and his podcast and DJ Academics are there, and Joe Budden gets up and he's like, wrap this shit up because he didn't want to talk to them anymore. I was literally Joe Budden in this episode. We'll talk about it on the after show, maybe not.
Well,
okay, Charlie.
Let's bring it up for the after show. Who sings that song? Sister Sledge sings that song. We
are family.
I got all my sisters and I love Sister Sledge. What's the next question?
Okay. Now, who would be your dream guest? That's the flip side of the good. Who would be your dream guest? If you could have anybody come on the show, who would it be?
Y'all already know who I'm gonna say.
I have a list actually of people who I would want to interview. I have a wish list somewhere, but like I have like Dina Manzo from Real Housewives of New Jersey. I think in my head, I'm thinking attainable people. Right. But again, I need to start even dreaming bigger. And like you just dropped Andy Cohen, but I think I had a list where I had attainable people like Dina Manzo, Perez Hilton, and such. But obviously, lately I've been just manifesting and thinking like how dope it will be years from now, like. When Britney maybe is more calmed and trusting again of doing interviews to fucking interview Britney. Like, even if it's 10 years from now when I'm like 47 and she's in her 50s, but that would be awesome. Yeah. My dream guest. There you go.
Okay.
I have a lot, but Britney.
Okay. Melanie, did you say yours?
I said Andy Cohen, but to be honest with you, I don't think it depends on the platform that you have. I think my dream podcast would be us part of a bigger radio show. Like, you know how Sirius XM
has
I forgot like the podcasts that are on Apple with like Wondery, shit like that. Like if we were in a platform that had a lot of other podcasts and like even Apple, what is it? iHeartRadio with like Reasonably Shady. Right. If we had something like that, I feel like it would be more attainable to have any guests that we want. I'm knocking on wood that we get onto Radio Andy because I'm about to pimp my best friend out to Andy Cohen.
Hey. That's the way to go, especially because shit, I'm sure he remember y'all done met him so many damn times. So y'all definitely need to.
Well, he also says he's bad with names and like a little bit of a bad memory. I think I've heard him say too, but he's met us. I mean, you
remember faces.
I'm sure he remembers encounters, bitch.
Right, that motherfucker part.
I can't give that to him. You can, but it's fine. Not me being a madam right now. Next question.
Okay, this one is a little messy too. Somebody said, what old co-host do you miss the most? But it's like, don't y'all only have one old co-host? Or am I missing something?
We had two old co-hosts, but
you didn't have to give a number because now it makes it harder for us.
No, because I could say, I mean, Sean was a great co-host in the sense he had, he'd be delayed because he'd be smoking, but he
is out of his 420.
He's very 420 friendly. But Sean brought the laughs. Even he wouldn't say anything, and just his expressions made people laugh.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I would say I'm like Sean. He could gladly come back on. He was busy today, so he couldn't be here today.
Shout out to Sean. Yes, we was trying to have him on the after show. You know what
Yeah,
Sean
fellow
is,
Virgo.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a show
Yeah.
together.
I
Shout
like
out to
him.
Sean. Yeah, Sean. Definitely Sean. There's no brainer because Sean is also someone who, from the beginning, was always open to talk about anything and everything. I know there's some things that are a little controversial. I know there's some things that are a little make people a little uncomfortable. I know there's some things that and this is going back to where we started. Like it's like, oh well, we're starting. We don't want to upset people, etc., or get canceled before we started. But Sean is someone who was always open-minded to tackle whatever topic for the most part.
He gave no fucks.
And I respect that.
That's that Virgoism.
I respect that.
Yep.
I respect that.
Yep.
So shout out to Sean. He couldn't be here, but
Shout
hopefully
out
we'll
to
see him
Sean.
sometime this summer. He joins us and cut it up with us. So
Janet.
Okay, real quick. Do y'all have a favorite book? Each one of y'all. What's your favorite book? Current favorite book or from the past?
Child. I got this book. I have many books right now. I'm currently reading.
Both reached at the same time. Like, hold on.
I'm currently reading the Daddy Diaries from Andy Cohen. That's not my favorite book. Actually, my favorite book that I have is a book that Charlie gave me for Christmas, I think it was. That Anthony Bourdain biography, because I love Anthony Bourdain. R.I.P. But one that I have to pop open sometimes when guys got me fucked up and I don't understand their behavior is Men Are From Venus or From Mars.
I got you that
from
one
Venus.
too.
Yeah, you got me this years ago.
Hey, shit, I might have to cop that one.
With me, the Secret books are good. The Secret series, but one that's amazing. And I'm not gonna go into the story or whatever, but it meant a lot how I attained this book. And this is when I was a flight attendant at JetBlue. A passenger gifted it to me. The Four Agreements, amazing book. And I just finished this book this past week, and I've told my therapist about it. I've told Melanie about it. I've told my wife about it. I keep telling people about it, coworkers about it. You're a badass. How to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. This book, like, amazing. Even myself, in my therapy session this week, I told my therapist, I read one of the last few chapters because I finished it early this week, and I'm like, it made me think inwards. So my therapy session this past week, I'm like, I was so honest, and like it opened a new conversation with my therapist because this book checked me, and I had to be like, you know what? I had to think inwardly. Yeah, this book is amazing. I recommend it so much. So yeah,
Got
badass by Jensen Sarah.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. What about how this is kind of going on? How do you deal with negative comments about you and about your podcast? What keeps you from, popping off back in the comments or, what shots fired back, retaliating, what kind of keeps you just level-headed and, what are your methods and techniques? Because I even need, some of that because I think, bitch, be on the petty shit sometimes.
I mean,
same.
Being petty gets old though. You can't. Right. Sometimes it takes too much energy to give to people or to like any fucking bots or whoever. Like giving them that energy, you're basically stroking their ego and giving them the satisfaction to know that they gotta rise out of you. Personally, like I said, I don't really. When it comes to social media, yes, I'm on it, but like I don't entertain that. And people, what your perception of me and your opinions of me is your problem. That's your business, not mine. Right. So I really don't give a fuck. There's gonna be people that don't like you for no reason, and then there's gonna be people that can relate to you. And at the end of the day, you just gotta focus on what's important because life out there is too hard to be focusing on somebody not liking you or feeling some type of way about you.
That don't pay your motherfucking bills. That don't do nothing for you.
You're not doing nothing to me.
To say it's not bothersome and annoying, I would say more annoying. A little bothersome, but annoying to like people taking your words out of context or what you say out of context or things that discussions, topics that you're talking about that and this is what sucks because it goes back to like what I was saying about, with Sean, answering the Sean question, like, what can we talk about? What can we mention? Because we don't want to upset people. But at the end of the day, what I've learned, especially in these 3 years, is no matter what, someone's gonna be upset for whatever reason, and that's that. This is why I've told Melanie, I'm like, this is why I cannot sit here and censor or reproduce the show in a way where it's like, oh no, can't say this because someone's gonna get offended or mad. Can't say this because someone's gonna think
I don't want to step on this person's toes or whatever. No, hell no.
But what this has shown me is that no matter what you do or say, even when it's not intended towards anyone in particular, and you're just randomly talking about a topic or saying something, people are still going to get offended and think it's about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that what it shows me, it's not my problem. That's their problem. When someone thinks you're so vain, you probably think the song is about you. That's you. That
motherfucking part.
No, that's the individual's problem, because it's like, why take yourself out of it? Take your ego out. This is just generally speaking. This is a podcast. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, you're not that special for me to come on this podcast on a passion of mine to really sit here and focus and dedicate any part, or you think that like, oh, we're talking about X, Y, and Z. It's not like that. So,
the only thing I will say also is that, like, I respect people that bring things to my attention. If it really bothers you and you need to like have a conversation with me about something, bring it to me. I will gladly assist you in any way.
Let's talk about it, but don't
break it down.
Hate and make comments.
But if you're not going to bring it to my attention and address me properly, and you're just going to make comments or do whatever you're going to do, and that's your way of coping, then my way of coping is not giving you any breath. I don't waste my time. I'm in a different tax bracket anyway, so.
But listen, we save some of those questions because we do have the after show real quick as well, where we're gonna cut up, and we also want to take Barbie's opinion on an incident that happened not too long ago, and I definitely thought of her right away when this happened. So we have the after show coming up, but first, let's end it with a quick truth or drink before we head on to the after show.
Okay.
Oh my god. So this tantalizing game of truth or drink. These questions are meant to stir the pot, y'all.
I'm scared.
But
it's either truth or drink, right?
Yeah. So you could not. Yeah. So basically, answer accordingly, or if you don't want to answer,
drink.
Take a sip.
Okay.
What is the most shallow reason for not going on a date? I'll tell you.
They ugly.
They got kids. Multiple kids.
What about you, Barbie?
I think if I walk in a restaurant and like hopefully the guy's already sitting at the table and I could kind of peek and see, and if he ain't looking like he was looking on them pictures, then I'm gonna act like I wasn't even there. I'm gonna just hit the door. Like, you feel me? Waiter, don't say shit. Hostess, don't tell him I ever walked in this bitch.
What's next?
What's the worst date you've ever had? I feel like we've discussed this before.
Yeah. Worst date I've ever. We have discussed this. I said, remember I brought up this Aquarius in Providence? Yeah, we discussed this. Next. Yeah, we discussed this. Unless Barbie, you want to answer, you have a worst date?
I think the worst.
I remember
thing
the
is
arcade
when somebody
one.
Where he didn't show up. But you know what? I had another date where the guy actually did show up, but he really, really, honestly didn't look nothing like his pictures. But he was so nice that I just had to sit there and talk, and we actually had really good conversation. But I couldn't even face him because his skin was like reptilian. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So we was like sitting on the beach and we was like both facing the water. So I didn't really have to look at him while we was talking. So that helped because we had a really good conversation. And then after
you should have walked your ass to the Body Shop, Lush, Avita. Shit. All right. What's the next question? What would make you immediately swipe left? So for me, if I'm on a dating app, I would immediately swipe left if they are putting thirst traps, like that, basically showing shit. And I don't know, like their prompts are super corny or like don't make sense, and like you could tell that they're just about like just hooking up. If I wanted to hook up, then I would go about it, but just the thirst traps and like doing too much. No.
Same thing.
If
The,
they're black,
gym
if they're-
pictures and all that, like all that.
Not even
like
the gym
body
pictures,
and-
but you ever
I
see
don't
when
even want to see
people
no gym pictures.
I cannot
that's thirst
stand
trap.
when people, the females do this shit too, but it's mostly men. They save the picture that they post on a story with the GIFs and all the information on it, and they post it as their actual pictures
Oh,
on their
yeah.
profiles, on their dating profiles. Like you couldn't have taken the original picture and just posted it. You had to actually
Right.
have it tagged up. That is dumb. Charlie? Do you have a-
black profiles.
Yes. 'cause we
Blank,
don't do
yeah.
those.
Or animals, just be full
Catfish.
of animals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated or helped someone else cheat? No.
To say that I've never cheated, I'll be lying. So I've cheated in a relationship before.
I guess in high school, I definitely had like a
Is it
few
cheating?
boyfriends at the same
Is it
time.
cheating if they deserved it? No, I'm kidding.
Cheating is cheating. If you're in a relationship and you're hiding and you're going behind someone's back doing something, cheating is cheating. I don't care.
Well,
even
yeah.
if it's justified, and I've done, and this is why I'm admitting it. I've done a lot. What I believe is a lot of justifiable cheating, but in the past, but cheating is cheating. So
Yeah, well, I have. Okay.
Have you ever had a secret relationship? I have.
Yep.
The Croatian.
like secret from people.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know why I drank because I answered, but
No secret relationship.
I didn't have. So I worked with this person, and I was a supervisor, and like they worked in a different department, but I didn't want people in my business, and also like they had just broken up with someone that worked in the same job.
Oh, shit.
So we were freshly like not divorced, freshly single, and we've always like flirted with each other. So we had like a secret relationship, but it didn't go far because Scorpios can't commit.
Give us 3 more in honor of our 3-year celebration.
Would you ever hook up with someone else's partner? No, I am not Raquel Levis from Vanderpump Rules.
Wait, like somebody else's, like this
Like
person?
your friend's partner, yeah. Like like let's say.
Oh, your friend, like your friend.
Have you ever hooked up with someone else's partner?
I have.
Okay.
What about you? Would you, Barbie?
Like, okay, what I'm trying to understand, is it like they asking me to be a part of a threesome, or what type of situation?
That you would hook up with someone else's partner, like you would.
Oh, like I know this man is in a
Yeah.
relationship and I
Yeah.
fuck him anyway.
And you know his significant other, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I knew them, then no. If I don't know the motherfucker, then yeah, I've done that.
If you suddenly became invisible, what would you do with your newfound transparency? Bitch, I'd be in gym locker rooms.
Get some money, honey.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going breaking into a motherfucking safe.
I'm getting some money.
Straight for the money.
That wasn't it, but it's fine.
If you're invisible, yeah, I'm gonna get money. I don't want to go spy on someone.
It's supposed to be sexual, but
Oh,
okay.
sexual.
Oh, sexual. Well, I guess I'm gonna be like Hollow Man, and I'm gonna be creeping with it.
All right, one
you
more.
get to Bad Bunny's dressing room, I guess.
I'll be in Roman Reigns' dressing room. Okay, have you ever told someone you wouldn't be home just so they wouldn't come over to your house? Yup, I gladly did.
Oh, yeah, I've done that in the past.
You got your own apartment. Everyone want to show up.
Yep. No, you ain't coming to my house.
Well, listen, we're about to go to the after show. We're gonna go to the after show and answer maybe a few more questions. Talk about get Barbie's opinion on her man Chris Brown and the Usher incident. So definitely tune in to the after show. We're gonna go to the after show before we let you guys go. Like, I can't say thank you enough for the 3 years, for the people from day one who've been watching us and supporting us. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Again, I'm one of those people that I've always said, I don't care if I'm reaching out to one person, as long as it's that one person I'm reaching out and we're making them laugh or relate or whatever it is, that's all that matters to me. But I also know God will bless us with greatness, and He's meant to take us to the top. So I'm going to keep that hope alive.
Keep claiming it.
Exactly. So thank you guys so much. 3 years. We keeping on. And we've been doing it every Wednesday, even though we pre-recorded some shows. 3 fucking years. We've given every week.
This is more consistent than my birth control schedule.
Listen, every week. So people want to talk about consistency. Like, there you go, baby.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Every week for 3 years, even if we had to pre-record a show, we've done it. And we just want to thank you guys so much. It means a lot that you guys tune in, watch, stream, whatever y'all do. Keep tuning in, keep sharing, keep liking. Melanie, anything you got to say?
Here's to another 3 years and more circles.
And Barbie, like, promote yourself. What do you gotta say? Anything? Like,
well, just congratulations to y'all, because I'm gonna tell y'all what. It's so many times people have told me to start a podcast, and it's like, bitch, that take dedication, bitch. And I just don't know if I'm ready to commit. Shit, like that is. I mean, for y'all to do, because I know y'all have lives, y'all have busy lives, y'all be traveling, y'all be doing this and that. Like, how the fuck y'all ain't skipped a week? Like that deserve. Y'all need to fucking hug yourself, give yourself a motherfucking dust your shoulders off, pat yourself, love on yourself. I'm something, baby. Go get yourselves rub something. Y'all deserve it, because that is.
I got a massage this weekend. Yes.
Amen. Because that's real shit. Like, so. And wigs off to y'all, because that's some bad bitch shit.
Where can we support and follow you, Barbie, for the people watching and listening at home?
Definitely. My Instagram, my TikTok, and my Twitter is all at The First Barbie. So that's THE1ST Barbie. And then my YouTube and my Instagram, my YouTube and my Facebook is the same. It's Byronique Barbie, the same way my name appears on the screen.
And listen, she may not have a podcast yet, but I'm telling you, her stories are life.
That is my podcast, right there. Oh God,
her stories are live enough. So please definitely follow her, support her.
Definitely watch the stories.
Watch the stories. Like, she brings you. It's like a little reality TV. It's like Barbie reality.
I take my story shit seriously. Ooh. It's my story.
That could be like a podcast.
And I'm sticking to it.
Barbie reality. Yeah, Barbie's stories.
Right. It's
Barbie's
my
reality. All right, we got something there. But anyways, tune in for the after show in a few minutes. We have a few more questions. We're breaking down this Chris Brown Usher drama. And of course, Barbie, I thought of Barbie as soon as this incident happened. So I definitely want to take your pick. So definitely tune in a few minutes. The after show exclusively only on YouTube. The after show is only on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, tune into YouTube. Everywhere else you can follow us, stream, Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Google Podcasts. We're on YouTube. A like goes a long way. A subscription is free. Thank you guys so much, and to many more years to come. See you guys at the after show.
Hey.